Welcome to the Unfading Truth Bible Reading Plan. It's Friday. That means we're reading the Psalms. Today we're reading Psalm 34. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and He saves the crushed. Psalm 34 is of David. It's when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he left. I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. I will glory in the Lord. Let the afflicted hear and rejoice. Glorify the Lord with me. Let us exalt His name together. I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to Him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all of his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear Him, and He delivers them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in Him. Fear the Lord, you His holy people, for those who fear Him lack nothing. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in Him. Fear the Lord, you His holy people, for those who fear Him lack nothing. The lions may grow weak and hungry, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. Come, my children, listen to me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Whoever of you loves life and desires to see many good days, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from telling lies. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and His ears are attentive to their cry. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to blot out their name from the earth. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones. Not one of them will be broken. Evil will slay the wicked. The foes of the righteous will be condemned. The Lord will rescue His servants. No one who takes refuge in Him will be condemned. Let's take one last look here at article number 12 and point number 5 of the Canons of Dort, the lifestyle that the assurance that comes from perseverance of the saints, the lifestyle that this brings. This assurance of perseverance, however, so far from making true believers proud and carnally self-assured, is rather the true root of humility, childlike respect, genuine godliness, endurance in every conflict, fervent prayers, steadfastness in cross-bearing and in confessing the truth, and it's the root of well-founded joy in God. Reflecting on this benefit provides an incentive to a serious and continual practice of thanksgiving and good works, as is evident from the testimonies of Scripture and the examples of the saints. Well, it's probably been a while since you've read the story of David pretending to be insane, and many of you likely have never read that at all. You can catch up with those details back in 1 Samuel chapter 21, but long story short, David was fleeing from King Saul and hid out in a Philistine city. But by this point, David had killed thousands of Philistines in military conflicts. So he naturally feared what the Philistine king would do when he found out David was hiding in his territory. So David feigned insanity, drooling on his beard and everything. And the ruse worked. The king left the insane David alone. But this psalm isn't a celebration of David's ability to save his own skin. Rather, it's an acknowledgement that when David sought the Lord and the Lord answered him, the Lord delivered David from all of his fears. Whereas David needed to make himself look shameful before the kings of the world, those who look to the Lord are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. Well, there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to need to act insane while hiding out from a truly insane king like Saul in a pagan city where everyone wants you dead. But no matter what it is that you're facing in your own life, you can still benefit from David's psalm, for it reminds you that as the Lord's holy person, you lack nothing when you fear him. Let's dig a little bit deeper. It's the final few verses that brought us to Psalm 34 today as we continue to unpack this doctrine of the perseverance of the saints. Remember that word saints there, it just means the Lord's holy people. That's you. Well, you already know that being a Christian doesn't mean you get a pass from the problems and afflictions of this world. Sometimes, in fact, you experience those problems more acutely. David acknowledges this in the final 5 verses of this psalm. The righteous, and again, that's you, by the way, the righteous cry out. They have troubles. They're brokenhearted and crushed in spirit. In fact, the righteous person may have many troubles. But the Lord preserves his people, that's you, in the midst of those trials. He delivers you from your troubles. He is close to you, and he saves you. Don't miss how Psalm 34 points you to Christ. Remember that the soldiers overseeing Jesus' execution broke the legs of the other condemned men who hung beside Jesus? But they did not break Jesus' legs because he'd already died and because the Lord was protecting all of the bones of his righteous man. Not one of them were broken. You're likely reading this or listening to this near the end of another week. Don't miss the opportunity that you'll have on the Lord's day to gather with the saints and cry out to the Lord, for no one who takes refuge in him will be condemned. Well, as you pray today, use the AAA prayer pattern. That's where you begin your prayer by acknowledging who God is. Today, open your prayer to our Father, who is attentive to the cry of his people. Then as you pray, go on to align your life with God's will. Pray for the strength to keep your tongue from evil and your lips from telling lies. Then you can ask God for what it is that you need. Remember, everything else that you hear today is going to fade away, but the word of the Lord is unfading truth.